Alright YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing our top 5 supporters right now in Nikke and why. Right, we're going to have honorable mentions too, so if these videos are enjoyable or helpful for you guys to know who the top 5 are, in my opinion, obviously, I'm going to give reasonings too, of course, but if these videos are helpful in any type of way, make sure you guys subscribe and like. Also note characters like Senti is not going to be on this list because she's actually classed as a defender, and I'm going to have a video on defenders as well. Right, we already did the attackers with the DPS. We've done we're doing supporters now, and then we're going to have defenders. Right, so if you guys are wondering why a character like Senti is not on this list, it's simply because Senti is not a supporter, she's a defender. So let's just get into the video with honorable mentions. So now this one could be arguable, like not really honorable mention, you could say, right? But I do feel like Anne has a lot of value, right? The only problem I really have with her is the fact that her school or her burst skill is a 60-second cooldown, but it makes sense because essentially she's can revive a fallen ally just like Rapunzel. But for attacker allies, she increases their attack by 77.22%. That's big. 77.22% for all attacker allies is really nice, and then also recovers their HP by her HP. That's just off her burst skill. Again, that's every 60 seconds, which means you're only going to be able to proc this, I want to say, twice a match, if not 3 times, right? It's most likely going to average twice a match, right? But everything else really is just about her healing, right? Increasing the healing received, lowering the healing received on the enemies, increasing healing received on allies when your HP is 90% or above, of course. And then also, what's it called? Supporter allies get their recover increase, recover recover a percentage, I should say, of attack damage as HP over 5 seconds, right? So that's why I'm going to give her honorable mention there. Now, another character who's in my honorable mentions is Admi. Very nice character, increases charge damage of allies to 2 allies with the highest attack, decreased damage taken, which is great because obviously we don't want them dying. And then also for all allies, increase their reload speed by 50% and then their crit damage by basically 30%. A very nice support for just general DPS, I think. Right, and then also characters who have those gimmicks where they need to attack a certain amount of times to proc something. A very nice character there. So Admi is also going to be in our honorable mentions. And last, we have Biscuit, which is a new character on our honorable mentions. Now, I was considering putting her in the top 5, but the problem with her is that she's a burst 2 character with a 40-second cooldown, right? Everything else she does is pretty good, right? She can heal for supporters and attackers, even though they're different types of heals. She still does heal. She can rebuild cover, right? Which is nice because when litter or when a cover is broken, litter cannot actually heal that, right? So the fact that she can rebuild cover is very good against once every 40 seconds, but it's still very, very good. And then also defenders basically getting invincibility twice a game is very, very good, right? The only problem with her, again, is that it's a 40-second burst skill, and with a character like this, you kind of have to build a team around her, right? Obviously, her having a 40-second cooldown means you have to have 2 burst 2 units. Another thing is you have to kind of put like specific characters on the team to use her, right? If I want to make use of her second skill, I have to have a defender, right? If I want to make use of her burst skill, I have to have supporters, right? You kind of just have to make it like that. So that's the only reason why she's not going to be in my top 5, right? But she's right there at 6, I would say. Alrighty, at 5 we have Dolla. Dolla's main purpose as a support is that she's basically given the attack buff. That's where she really shines, I want to say. Like that's really what she's bringing to the team, right? Every other 5 seconds she's basically giving an attack buff to all allies, and then also when you use her burst skills a certain amount of time she gets effects, right? So the first time I use it she gets the attack effect, the second time I use it I get the crit rate and attack effect, and then the third time I use it I get the crit rate, crit damage, and attack effect, right? Keep in mind these do trigger, right? So keep that in mind, right? or at least the first part triggers, right? No, both of them trigger, right? So yeah, and then she can also do damage, right, to the highest enemy with the highest defense enemy, which is pretty good, right? So it's really just that she's an attack buffer. She's literally used on any team, every team. She's very universal. At 4 we have Noise. Noise is a very, very good healer in my opinion. What makes Noise shine is that she increases her max attack or her max HP by a lot. And then obviously all allies heal based on her max HP. So for her to one on her burst skill increase her max HP by basically 50%, and then her second skill also increases her max HP by another 24%, and then she heals every 1 second for 10 seconds on her burst skill. All allies actually heal off her max HP for her burst skill, and she's just like very, very, very efficient. Not to mention she has defense or damage taken, I guess, or damage received, I want to say, decreased. What's it called? When attacked 20 times for 20 seconds to all allies. Very, very nice. A very good support, right? A very good healer. Someone who's consistent. Someone who's not really gonna die, right? Again, a 40-second burst skill kind of hurts her, but it is what it is, right? It's still very, very good though, because she's increasing her own HP by a lot already. So keep that in mind. In third, we have Pepper. She's a very good healer. Again, top 3 healers in the game. What makes her shine is that she kind of heals, or I want to say supports healing a lot, right? So when the last bullet hits a target, one ally with the lowest HP will heal off of her max HP for a certain percentage based on the level. And then also when the last bullet hits a target, for all allies, their healing received that could be stacked up to 5 times will be increased by 15 seconds, right? And the fact that she's a shotgun character, which means it will only take 9 bullets for that to proc, means that she's going to essentially have that the entire time. So she's gonna increase your healing received permanently, basically. Since it lasts 15 seconds, she's going to increase your healing received by a lot, right? That's very, very good for her, right? Or for everybody. That's all allies, right? For enemies with the highest attack, she lowers their attack and then deals damage equal to 160% of her attack, which is very good. And that happens every 10 seconds, right? So she's very useful there. And then her burst skill, 20 seconds, increases the stat count of a buff by 1 every 20 seconds. She can do that. That's great. She does restore everybody's HP by a certain percentage when her refresh heart, which is her first skill, is fully stacked, and then also does great damage. I mean, 1,237% for a burst a burst 1 unit is pretty insane, right? So definitely a great healer. If you want a healer support, I would say she's the best healing support, because again, she's literally increasing everybody's healing received or potency, which is just healing received increase, right? For everybody, no matter who's healing, that's a very good ability right there. So definitely going to be number 3. Now, at 2, we have Rapunzel, a very, very great healer. I would say she's the best healer in the game. Honestly, like, when you think about it, you could say it's Noise, but again, Noise is every 40 seconds, so I'm not really going to say she's the best healer. But in terms of heals, I feel like Noise would perform better. Not really, because if you guys look here, her first skill, for 3 allies with the lowest HP, they recover a certain percentage of their max HP, right? So whatever their max HP, not the casters, but whatever their max HP is, they will recover a certain percentage based on the level of their max HP when attacking with a full charge skill, right? So that's pretty good, right? Or I guess that she would, right? When she uses a full charge, then they will get it, right? Which is nice, right? Her second skill affects 2 allies with the highest attack, increases their max HP by literally the entire time, because it lasts for 15 seconds and activates every 15 seconds. Basically increases their healing received and their max HP by a certain percentage the entire game. Very good, right? Now again, her burst skill is 60 seconds, which hurts her because she's a burst 1 unit, but when HP falls below 30%, all enemies get a stun for 1 second, which could be good. Recovers everybody's HP based on her max HP, like a percentage, and then also can revive a character with the highest attack. Whatever ally have the highest attack, she will revive them, right? So very, very consistent healer. A character who, again, increases healing received and does just heal. What's it called, right? It's not like for all allies like Pepper, but again, she does increase healing received and their max HP, and then basically heals every time they attack, right? Or I want to say every time she attacks 3 allies will just constantly get healed, right? Very, very, very good character right here. She is a pilgrim, so she is also harder to receive. I'm not going to take points away for her because of that, but very, very good support. Probably best general healer in the game. And that one we have Litter. Now Litter has no type of I want to say no healing at all, but she is a very good character, right? So on her first skill, when you're entering a burst skill, the first time she uses a burst, she'll increase their max ammo capacity. Very good. Second time she enters a burst skill, she'll increase all allies crit damage, and then third time increase all allies attack, and then from there on she'll just constantly keep increasing all of that, right? And keep in mind, it does repeat, so if it happens the second time, she increases the max ammo and crit damage. If it happens the third time, she increases crit damage and ammo capacity and attack, right? What makes her shine is that essentially every 15 seconds, 2 allies with the lowest HP of cover, she will rebuild it by a certain percentage, right? If level 10, basically half of it, which is very good, right? Because I believe she's the only character who can do that. In terms of increasing it based on the lowest HP of cover, Biscuit rebuilds it when it's destroyed. It's not the same thing, but it's the same in terms of what it does, but it doesn't work the same way, right? She does it for free every 15 seconds if the cover is still working and it has some HP, but if the cover is destroyed, she does not do anything with it. But Biscuit can fix that. And then her burst skill is just ridiculous. Increases attack by a certain percentage at level 10, 66% for free. And the best general support in the game, there's no question, right? Cover is very important because it makes it that you don't take any damage. So the fact that she can constantly rebuild that is a bit insane, I think. So yeah, I would say she is easily the best support in the game, right? It's as simple as that, right? For 1 her, 2 Rapunzel, 3 Pepper, 4 Noise, 5 Dolla, or Biscuit, depends up to you. For me, I'm going to say Dolla. And then honorable mentions would be Biscuit, Adme, and Anne. So let me know if you guys agree with my top 5 for supports. And that's going to be it. Subscribe, and that's it. I'm out. Peace.